What is the purpose of living? A faith-based perspective for today's world. Welcome back to Just Straight Talk. Let me ask you something slow and straight. What is the purpose of living? Not existing, not working, not just paying bills, not just surviving from one week to the next. I mean living. Because if we're honest, a lot of people are breathing, but they are not living. They get up, they move, they function, they scroll, they react, they try to keep it together, but inside there's a quiet question that won't go away. Is this all there is? And it doesn't matter if you're 20, 40, or 70 years young. That question finds everybody sooner or later, especially in today's world. We live in a time where you can have more information than any other generation before you and still have no direction. You can have followers and still feel alone. You can be busy all day and still feel empty at night. So let's get clear. The world will offer you one definition of purpose, and faith will offer you another. The world says, find yourself, follow your passion, get the money, build a brand, be seen, be heard. Some of that sounds good on the surface, but here's the truth. A lot of people have chased those things and still ended up asking the same question. Why am I here? Because purpose is not the same as activity, and purpose is not the same as success. Purpose is alignment. When you're aligned, your life has direction, even when the road gets rough. When you're not aligned, you can be moving fast and still be lost. Now, let me put some scripture under this because I don't want this to be just talk. Ecclesiastes 12 chapter 13 verse says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's foundation. The whole duty of man. Not part-time, not only when life is good, the whole duty. So if we accept that foundation, then purpose isn't something we invent. Purpose is something we discover. And you don't discover purpose by chasing applause. You discover purpose by aligning with God. And that's where a lot of people struggle today because we measure purpose by visibility. We think purpose means a big stage, a big title, a big spotlight, a big check, but some of the most powerful purpose you will ever see happens in quiet place, in a home, in a hospital room, in prayer, in a conversation where you tell somebody the truth in love, in a decision to forgive instead of getting bitter, in a decision to stay clean in a dirty world. That's purpose too. Now, let me speak to you depending on where you are in life. If you're young, build your foundation first. Discipline, have faith. Purpose grows out of structure. If you're midlife, redirection is not defeat. Sometimes God corrects direction before he expands assignment. If you're seasoned, purpose does not retire. Purpose matured. Your wisdom and sturdiness are still needed. Proverbs 19 chapter 21st verse says, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. You can have plans, but God's counsel stands. So purpose is not a trend. Purpose is anchor. Now, let's talk about why so many people feel lost. Here's one reason. We keep asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, what was I created for? We ask, what do I want? Want is emotion. Want changes with the crowd. Purpose is eternal. And some people are exhausted because they're trying to build a life on what they want instead of what they were made for. Purpose shows up when you get honest, when you get still, when you get aligned. And alignment has a cost. Sometimes alignment costs you friends. Sometimes it costs you habits. Sometimes it costs you comfort. But alignment pays you back with peace. Now, living with purpose in today's world looks like this. It means you decide who you belong to before the pressure hits. It means you don't let social media, politics, or people opinions write your identity. It means you let the word correct you, not just comfort you. It means you keep becoming more Christ-like in a fallen world. Patience, sturdy, clean, and honest, and you keep getting back up when you fail. Speak truth even when it's not popular. Choose obedience over applause. Serve without needing credit. Keep your word. Stay faithful when nobody's watching. Build integrity in private. Small obedience builds big legacy. So let me leave you with this. If titles disappear, if money disappears, if platforms disappear, if nobody clap for you again, what would still stand? That's where purpose lives. So don't chase noise, seek alignment. Don't chase relevance, seek righteousness, because culture shifts, but truth does not. Remember, truth don't change, just straight talk.